So he got a police escort. We saw a police car pull into the parking lot.
Vicky here at Slam Dunk Festival with Adam of Heart Attack Man. How are you today?
I'm great, how are you?
Yeah, I'm pretty good. Out of all the shows you've played, is there one show that stands out as really unique beyond all the others, and why?
Good or bad?
Yeah.
Well, we played a show in LA maybe like 3 years ago, 4 years ago at this point maybe, at a place that it was probably the worst show we've ever played. And there was just a lot of things that happened and we still talk about it. It was at this place called the Peppermint Club. It looked like a venue that I think it was a venue that Bruno Mars would have listening parties at. So it was it looked like a living room on stage. There was Catcher in the Rye books in the background. It was it wasn't a venue that we would play. There was bottle service and stuff. Everybody who worked there was wearing tuxedos. So it was a very odd venue for us to play, and it went down as just the worst show we've ever played, to the point where it was funny how bad it was, and we were all so annoyed that I think that the guy who booked the show felt like we were gonna beat him up or something. So he got a police escort. We saw a police car pull into the parking lot. And we're like, why is this police car here? So as soon as the guy left, the police car left too. We're like, that guy called the cops to make sure that we weren't gonna do something to him. We weren't being aggressive or anything. We were just kind of this is a horrible time. And he was just very uncomfortable, and it was very weird. So that goes down as the worst show we've ever played.
I feel like your band has a really unique fan base. Would you agree?
Yeah, I would agree.
Tell me about some really interesting moments with fans that you've had.
We released a record 2 years ago called Freak of Nature, and there's a song called Clown School, and we have a group of people that come to almost every show in the States that dress up like clowns, and they'll be at Barricade every show, so the clowns are there. It's going to be a crazy show.
I love that. How was your set today?
It was so fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a great time.
What was the crowd like?
It was actually pretty rambunctious. It was cool. There was a good pocket in the middle, people moshing and stuff.
Yeah.
There was a couple crowd surfers, so that was cool.
If you could pick an object, an emoji, and a sound to describe your band, which would you pick?
An object, a sound, and an emoji? I would say the purple smiling devil head would be the emoji. Yippee would be the sound, and an object I would say a Razor scooter.
Cool.
Yeah. Well, I know I'm going to think that was so dumb later, but right now it makes sense.
With the rise of AI across the globe, really, do you guys find yourselves ever using it for songwriting, or have you used for nothing?
I'm also a visual artist as well, and I just am not. I mean, I think that maybe there are things that AI is good for, but I think in terms of art, I don't see anything with it. One of our songs on the record, Spit, is about AI. So we're very much not for it. We do not like it, and we're pretty against it, I would say.
Out of all your songs, what is your favorite one to play?
I would say probably I really like playing Laughing Without Smiling. It's a new song that we have. But historically, there's a song it's my favorite song. It's a minute long. It's called Low Hanging Fruit, and that has been my favorite song up until this point.
So what have you guys got planned for after Slam Dunk Festival?
So we are playing 2 shows with Free Throw, one in London and one in Manchester. And then we fly home, and we're home for about 6 days, and then we start a 10-week US tour. And then we're home for a little bit, and then we are doing a Eastern Canada tour with the Dirty Nil. So
cool. Well, we hope to see you back in the UK at some point.
We do have plans, but it's just nothing's announced yet, but it will be very soon. So,
All right. Thanks so much for speaking to us.